October 1943, Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. A destroyer called the USS Eldridge was about to make history, and then it vanished. Witnesses saw it surrounded by an eerie green light, shimmering and distorting the air around its hull before it simply ceased to exist. Then, minutes later, it reappeared, but with its crew reportedly fused into the very metal of the ship. During World War II, the U.S. Navy was in a desperate race, pushing the boundaries of science to create new technologies that could outsmart radar and enemy detection. According to various witnesses and later whistleblowers, the USS Eldridge became the centerpiece of a highly classified experiment, codenamed Project Rainbow. The objective was audacious: to render a warship completely invisible to radar, and perhaps even to the naked eye, using advanced electromagnetic fields. When the fateful test began, observers reported strange blue and green lights engulfing the ship, growing in intensity until the vessel itself seemed to shimmer and distort. Then, in a moment that defied all known physics, the USS Eldridge simply vanished from its berth in Philadelphia. It was gone. Seconds later, it allegedly reappeared 200 miles away in Norfolk, Virginia, only to then, just as suddenly, materialize back in Philadelphia. When Navy personnel finally boarded the Eldridge, they were met with a scene of unimaginable chaos and horror. Some sailors were missing entirely, vanished without a trace. Others were found disoriented, suffering from severe nausea, and their watches frozen at the exact moment of the disappearance. But the most gruesome discovery involved those said to be embedded within the ship's very structure, their bodies fused with the metal deck and bulkheads. It was as if the atoms of flesh and steel had been briefly merged, a terrifying consequence of an experiment gone catastrophically wrong. Many others vanished completely, never to be seen or heard from again, leaving behind only questions and a chilling void. Official records, of course, deny that any such event ever took place, dismissing it as pure fiction. Yet, too many compelling stories and accounts survive to simply ignore. According to these persistent accounts, the Navy had been deeply involved in experimenting with electromagnetic field manipulation. They utilized powerful Tesla coils and massive generators, attempting to bend light and radar waves around the ship, effectively making it undetectable. However, the side effects of this radical experimentation were far beyond anything anyone could have anticipated or controlled. Albert Einstein's unfinished unified field theory suggested that space, time, and energy are fundamentally interconnected. If the Eldridge experiment bent the electromagnetic field too far, it might have inadvertently warped space and time itself, creating a temporary rift in reality. For those terrifying minutes, the ship wasn't merely invisible. It was, in essence, gone from our dimension, a chilling glimpse into forces man barely comprehends. The Navy, predictably, denied everything. No official records, no logs, no tangible evidence of the USS Eldridge's bizarre journey. Yet, strange reports continued to surface in the aftermath. Crew members suffered from recurring nightmares, unexplained blackouts, and vivid hallucinations. Some even claimed they could walk through walls, a terrifying ability that ended tragically for one man who never returned from his spectral stroll. A classified memo from 1944, though officially non-existent, reportedly mentioned field distortions and personnel instability related to naval experiments. In 1955, a man named Carl Allen, also known as Carlos Allende, sent letters to researchers claiming he had witnessed the experiment from a nearby merchant ship. He described everything in vivid detail: the blinding light, the unsettling distortion, and even the screams of the crew. Other individuals later came forward, corroborating parts of Allen's story, telling similar tales of sailors phasing out of existence, frozen mid-motion before vanishing. Skeptics quickly dismissed these accounts as a hoax, fueled by imagination and misinformation. Yet, every decade, new witnesses emerge, each with details that couldn't have been fabricated. In the 1980s, the US government declassified portions of its naval tests, revealing experiments involving electromagnetic cloaking. While not time travel or teleportation, these tests bore an eerie resemblance to the alleged goals of Project Rainbow. The USS Eldridge was eventually sold to Greece, where sailors reportedly continued to experience strange lights and radio interference near its hull. Even today, in the Philadelphia shipyard, workers claim their compasses still spin erratically near the old docks where the Eldridge once lay. Perhaps it wasn't a time machine, but a chilling glimpse of what happens when humanity touches forces it doesn't fully understand. The Eldridge disappeared once. Maybe it's still out there, adrift between moments, a phantom ship sailing the seas of time. This is Truth in the Shadows, where science and fear sail the same enigmatic sea.